to... Hello and welcome everybody to Tuesday Night TerrorVision. It is I, Etep, joined by Mrs. Co-host Trina. She's back. Welcome.
I am back. Thank you for having me. I'm looking forward to this.
It's your show. You don't have to thank me. I should be thanking you. Glad to have you back, Trina. We missed you. We missed you last week.
Yeah, it's good to be back. I know. I miss you too. I hate missing these streams.
Well, that said, we took the night off. We didn't do, it's like, hey, Trina's not here. We'll do something else. We'll do something else. So we did a stream on Slasher's channel, and what do you know? We talked wrestling. No wrestling tonight. No, even though we are wrestling with horror, we're not talking wrestling tonight. No. We've got a movie to review tonight. And it's Megan, by request of Etep, which he gave his thoughts on it too. We'll play that clip for you guys momentarily, but we gotta thank the people. We gotta thank the people that make things possible, like the Carl and love in the chat. And I know our audience is small this week. We're not getting much help in the way of algorithms and whatnot, and we can't stream on Twitter right now. And I didn't even tweet the stream out tonight because I'm again an idiot, which I'll do inevitably while I'm getting ready to play this clip for you, thanking our channel members and patrons. Here you go. So there you go. Thank you to our patrons and channel members. We appreciate you out there supporting us when times are tough. Hey, it's greatly appreciated, gang. Hail super fan. What's going on, brother? We've also got Andy Sedaris tomorrow night. So if horror is not your thing, we got tits and guns tomorrow night. I guarantee you that'll be your thing. And if it's not, then we got wrestling the rest of the time. And if that's not it, may God have mercy on your soul. What the fuck are you doing here? That's the kind of day I'm having right now. But no, folks, seriously, this was a fun movie, and another horror movie that my kid watched and enjoyed. So let's hear what he has to say before we get into the movie. So here's Mini Etep's thoughts on Megan.
Trey from Wrestling with Horror. These are my thoughts of Megan. I thought it was cool when she went into the woods to save Abby, from that bully she got paired with because he was like pushing it into her hand, and she went down there. She ripped his ear off and pushed him down that cliff into the road. I thought that was pretty gruesome, but I also thought that was gruesome was that when the CEO was running from Megan in the red halls when she had the machete. In the elevator, when she got in there, I thought it was pretty gruesome when she sliced their heads. That'll be it for Trina Yuko from Wrestling with Horror.
Fantastic. Awesome job, Trey.
He was so excited for everybody to see that. And then he says our shoot name in it. I'm like, he's like, oh, are you going to edit that out? I'm like, I don't care at this point. I'm like, I've showed my Facebook page on here with my last name. If you haven't figured out my name yet, you're not keeping score at home, kids. But yeah, so we've got Megan. So I've got some horror news, but we'll talk about that at the back end. So let's get started. It's time for Megan. Yeah, this was a fun movie, well cast. I mean, the beginning really swerves you because you have the little girl and, you know, with her parents and all this. And it was, I was watching them like, okay, where we go? Oh, God, like that started out, you know, it just like right into it, you know,
yeah.
There's really no, you have like a couple minutes at the beginning when it's like, oh, here's the happy family, you know, da 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 da. And it's
it was like a Disney movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mom, dad, and the kid. Look, we're in the snow-covered road. We're and the parents are dead.
Yep.
It's like, fucking, is this Bambi?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Like, holy shit. So, what's the little girl's name? I can't remember her name. Abby. Yeah, Abby, right? I think that's her name.
Was it Abby?
I thought that's what Trey said it was. I thought that was her name. But so she loses her parents right off the get, and she has to go live with her aunt, it's her mom's sister, who is totally ill-equipped to be a parent. I mean, like there is no parental skills or like, I don't know, no interpersonal, you know, ability to connect outside of like the tech thing with the little girl, which she discovers quickly. Like the thing with the toys really hit like different because she's like, oh, they're toys. They're collectibles. You know, I'm like, I feel that. I know.
I totally felt that. Yeah.
I feel that. Like these aren't toys.
Yeah. It was, so that kind of bugged me because it's like, I don't think there would be someone that inept of taking a kid in because, I mean, she was an aunt already.
Yeah. It's not like they alluded to where they didn't see each other a lot.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, even if you're not good with kids, like, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out, hey, look, the kid needs to eat. They need this. They need, you know what I mean? It's just, it's like your needs, except scaled down to a child size.
Yep, you know, exactly.
Outside of like coffee and alcohol. But what up, Gap? Hail. So she goes to live with the aunt. The aunt works for a toy company, and she is pretty brilliant. We get from her research, which she's working on the prototype, which she's supposed to be designing the the talking pet. It's this is akin to like what, a Furby or something more advanced, but in the same vein as a Furby.
Yeah.
And instead of doing that, she decides to go rogue, and she's working on what is the prototype for what comes to be Megan. And damn, if it doesn't go horribly wrong the first time out, when she's showing the project to David, who is her boss, and he's like, I take it like he's what, the CEO, I believe, of the company.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I think it was CEO or maybe like a head of marketing or something big like that.
Yeah. And his assistant is like your typical just corporate like lackey. He reminds me of Jesus Christ, Dwight Schrute.
Yeah.
He's like a less funny Rainn Wilson.
Yeah, that's true.
Coffee fetcher, yes man, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah. He just doesn't seem happy to be doing it like Dwight Schrute did.
No. Dwight was happy to serve at the pleasure of the regional manager.
Yep.
This guy, it eats him up every time. But then the guy treats him like shit too. Like, treats him like a complete fucking moron.
Yeah.
Which we get to later on, because there's a line that David said. I can't remember the guy's name, but when David approaches him and he says that, we'll get there, when he says this line, I lost my shit. I was like, oh my God, again? Did he just say again?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Like, and this, okay. Jesus. So presentation goes bad. They've used the funds that they were supposed to use for this talking animal. They've used that to fund this non-approved project, which is Megan. And it was like a couple $100,000, I think. Like, it was a pretty like big chunk of change.
Yeah.
So they've got to have this ready, and the daughter has come, or her niece has come to live with her. Did you like? I know you saw this way before I did. What were your thoughts like when you're meeting all these ancillary? Did you see this unfolding? Like, I don't know. I'd seen some of the parts, so a few things surprised me and a few things didn't surprise me. But I mean, overall, like through this part of the movie, like the opening act, like your opening third, it never really, there was no lag. Everything moved quick. The pacing in this movie was good.
Yeah, I agree with that.
There was really no, hey, we need to trim the fat here.
Yeah, no, I feel like this movie was it was well edited, and I think they did a good job with that. They didn't just put any kind of filler into it. It was a pretty good cohesive story from start to finish. I feel like, they did really good on that, in that regard.
So we go from the failed presentation, and she's got to get the girl. She's got to get Abby, or whatever her name is, in school. She's got to get her enrolled in school, and they have the therapist coming in, the grief counselor, to talk to her. And that home visit doesn't go. Do you want to roll the ball with her? Like, she's like I'm looking at that going like,
that's weird.
I'm like, this kid, and it's easy to pick on the therapist in this because she's just kind of like, but it's just, it was very like, I'm like, this girl is obviously very intelligent. Like, she's young, but she's intelligent and resourceful. Rolling a ball, like, I can understand if she was like severely like cognitively impaired, or like so grief stricken she couldn't move or barely speak or eat or function. But she's obviously very high functioning, even given the recent tragedy that she'd been through. So I just like, I don't mean to get stuck on this, but I was just like,
yeah, her grief is, like actually, if anything, she's handling the death of her parents remarkably well for someone her age. And rolling the okay, so I feel like this maybe was written by people who don't have children, because that's toddler play. You're teaching them how to like they don't have that dexterity yet, so you're rolling a ball around and no, she's way past that. So that and also like the even the interactions with the social worker or whatever it was, whatever her job was, that woman was stupid, because like her first visit there, and the girl's name, and now I can't remember it either, so we're just gonna call her Abby. So the little girl, she's in her jammies, and it's like okay. And for some reason that didn't sit well with this, like counselor or whatever the hell she was. And it's like, why? What was wrong with that? Like, she just lost her parents. This is her first morning there. Why can't she be in her jammies just hanging out watching cartoons? Like,
right?
Yeah. So that was a little kind of like oddly written, but obviously it was to set it all up that this aunt was not equipped to have a child in her home, and she's very much like married to her job. That's why, I mean, she's also single. So I know that they're laying that foundation, but I feel like, I don't know, it kind of could have been done a little bit better. Just some nitpicky things, but it really doesn't ruin the movie. It really doesn't.
No. That was one thing. Like, I think the dialogue in this was pretty well written too. Is that was one thing. Like, you look at with a movie like this, especially with like a child actor, you're like, is there going to be like a bunch of cringe? It really wasn't. Mm-hmm. There was. I mean, this was a pretty well constructed movie. The whole way over.
I agree with that. The one I feel like the aunt was a little bit of a bitch, because like when you did too, so you saw that as well. So because like one part in particular, she's coming home from her work, and I think she had the doll, the Megan doll, with her, and she's like, the neighbor is talking to her, and I didn't feel like the neighbor was doing anything wrong, but she was getting some, like, I don't know, like weed killer or whatever the hell it was in the neighbor's yard. But the way that the aunt reacted, it was kind of like, dude, chill out. Like, I don't know, I feel like she just went a little too hard on the neighbor, and it was like, this woman's a bitch.
The neighbor, like, okay, you're being a little bit callous with your with your chemicals. All right. But the reaction to that was a definite overreaction. I was like, damn, like, in the dog thing, like the dog barking, like, I get it. But I have a dog that barks all the time too.
Dogs bark.
They bark. It fucking happens. You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing if you're living in an apartment and you have like your neighbors have a dog, or you know what I mean? But like, the dog's outside. There's things going on. Dogs are gonna bark anyway, you know. But I mean, this was a little, like I said, just an overreaction on the aunt's part. And the neighbor, like, she was a little like nosy, but I mean, at a certain point, she's got a fucking reason to be. So, I can't really blame her. And then, her fucking dog just disappears. So what do you think's going to happen? Like, my dog disappears. I'm not going to rest until I find the damn thing,
Right. And then if you've got a neighbor that's like, keep your fucking dog on your own lawn and stuff, and it's like, I love how the cop was like, well, fix your fence. Oh, no. Yep. Actually, the neighbor said that first, fix your fence. And then the cop, when he came to the door, because the neighbor was like, checking her house and stuff like that. And that was because this aunt was like, really like, hated the neighbor's dog. But there's a hole in the fence. Like, dude, fix your fence.
Yep, you can't get fucking mad when there's a goddamn hole in the fence and oh well, my dog went through it. Well, what in the blue hell do you think is gonna happen?
Yeah, I mean, personally, if I was the one with the dog, I'd probably put like something there, or I'd probably try to make it so that the dog can't get through. But ultimately, it's not the neighbor's fence; it's the aunt's fence.
Yep.
So
Yeah. So we've got that whole kerfuffle there, and it's let's see. So we're the girl, they pair her with Megan when she's ready. They pair her because she's gonna try to have Megan kind of fill in the void of where she's not equipped for it. So like what I would say, she's what, Gen Z, maybe a little younger, Gen Z.
Maybe, yeah.
She's like, you know what? I'm just gonna let the machine raise my kid. And here's Megan, and the girl and Megan like bond, and she's a little bit freaked out at first by Megan because I mean, let's face it, it's like a 4 foot tall fucking cyborg. So I would be a little bit apprehensive too. But it all starts so innocently with Megan, and it does not last long that way. But she shows finally the way Megan interacts with Abby to David, and David's anger subsides, and all of a sudden you see this guy is just seeing dollar signs in his head. So he's like, you don't have to sell me, you got to sell the big guy upstairs, the old man or whatever, who must be like the head of the company. He's the owner, as it were, chairman of the board, what have you. He's got to approve this because they want to get this out for the holidays. They want to mass market it. This is the toy that's going to change the game. What did they say? How much it was a piece? Were they $10,000 a piece? I want to say.
I feel like it was more than that, but it was really high.
It was a very high. It was more than a Cabbage Patch Kid in '84. I'll tell you that.
Yes.
Yeah, you're not. Oh God. Yeah, you don't want to do that. So you don't want to spend $20,000, $30,000 on a toy. I'm sorry. Like I said, it was like the price of a car, like a small car. Hey, Tina. Welcome.
Hey, Tina.
So they have to get ready for the presentation here. And I think we had some issues here while we're getting ready for the first one, didn't we? Oh, do we go on the no, we do. We go on the she's going to the prospective school. Remember?
Yes. Because so Megan does start to show kind of, they didn't take long to show Megan kind of doing some kind of giving you like a odd feeling. And so the aunt wanted to kind of get her socialized and get her, among her peers. So she kind of had an argument with the girl about it. And the girl's like, well, no, you can't make me do anything I don't want to do. And the aunt's like, no, actually I can, because I'm your guardian. That's my job. Yep. Yeah. So that's how they find this like kind of alternative school where they, do things outside. And it's to me it looked like it was just a school for like kids that were trouble, you know what I mean, or who just couldn't handle. So but they say it's an alternative school. So yeah, so I mean, I have feelings about that, but okay, so we'll just move on from there. And yeah, like so Megan is showing kind of like these tendencies where it almost seems like she has a mind of her own.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so then she signs her. Well, she was going to sign the niece up for this school, but they visited together, and the girl didn't want to leave Megan, so they allowed her to like put Megan on the table with the rest of the toys, and it was like a table set up near a tree where everybody's stuffed animals were, and then you have Megan sitting there, like totally out of place with everything else. Hey, yeah, Tina, I'm glad you like this. Yes, they did. They did great.
Yeah,
they did great in this movie.
When I don't mean to interrupt you, but when the aunt and Abby pulled up, and the lady comes to greet him, and she walks up to the car, she's like, "Hi, girls!" Jesus Christ! Yeah. When Megan's that shit, she's like, "What the f- is that?" Like that was funny as hell.
Yes, that was hilarious. And like at first, she thought it was like her sister.
Yep.
Yeah, because like Megan looks good. Megan's a cool looking doll.
Yeah, they did. So was it mocap they were doing with this? Because I didn't look into it. Or was that like that was an actress then playing her? Or was she
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe there were a couple of actresses playing the doll. I mean, a couple, there was like two voices, and then I don't know who the girl was that was like Megan herself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure about that.
Let's see. Here we go right here. I'm looking it up right now because I'm very curious as to how they did that. Let's see. Amy Donald did the body acting.
Okay.
And Jenna Davis did the voice.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Jesus. The little girl that did the acting was in let's see, she was she's 14. She's very, very young. And the young lady that did the voice for her, Jenna Davis, is how old is she? Let's see. She looks like she's actually like older, like probably like I don't know, teen. I would say late teens, teenager or something like that. I can't. It doesn't show her age. Let's see. Wait. Okay, she's 20 years old. She's born in 2004. Yep. All right. Okay. Yeah, 20. So you could hear more maturity in the voice.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you could hear that.
Yeah.
But no, the gal that played her did a wonderful job with that. If that's all practical, like because I thought some of that was mocap and or some CG, but Jesus, that was for a 14-year-old to do that. She did a damn good job.
Yeah, very good.
Obviously, later on when we get to like the denouement of the movie, there's some some special effects, but which were done very well, by the way. The effects in this. Really good.
Yep.
Everything looked good.
The
presentation of this, it never came across as cheap or anything like that. No, it was very this was a very well done movie.
Yeah, it was polished. Yeah, it looked very good. I got to give it that. I mean, I bought the movie.
Did you?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely godzillion. Practical effects over CGI anytime. I bought this movie. I liked it a lot. I believe this is one of the ones that I saw in the theater when it came out.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly now, but I want to say this was one of them. But yeah, I loved it. I really enjoyed it. I thought it looked nice and it was nice and polished, and for a new horror, it was well done. I love the concept of it. you know, because there's a moral to the story too, with the whole, like, you know, don't, you know, have electronics raise your kids. And so it was relevant, but not heavy-handed.
No. And we're at that school, and Megan gets paired up with that, like Trey was talking about, with that bully, and they're going out to get, what is it, walnuts or something like that, or chestnuts. And they have like the spiky ones, and he grabs one, he's like jamming it into Abby's hand. Like you can just tell this kid, like, you look at him when the mom is sitting there talking to his, oh, my boy's special. They said the way he acts is a sign of high IQ. I'm like, that's cope. That's
big time.
That's copium, because your kid is a fucking piece of shit. Like, and this kid was a piece of shit. Normally I wouldn't say that about a child, but this kid was a piece of shit. I mean, just an abusive. I mean, this is the kind of kid that if he has like an animal, he tortures it. Like, for fun.
I got those vibes too.
He fucks with the neighborhood cats. Like, that's what kind of kid this is. Like, let's not pretend like, you know, what happened to him, was it right? Moral ambiguity. That's what I'm going to claim. But this kid was a shitbag. You know, he really was. So he's hurting this, you know, Abby, and then he turns around and fucking Megan's standing there.
Yeah.
She just walks up, and he's trying to get her to react, and he like knocks her over, and he gets on top of her, and he's like, make her talk or something. She won't do anything because she's like, she's only paired with me. And he's like, he slaps her or something like that. And that's when she fucking grabs his ear. And oh man, that looked
awesome.
That was fucking stretches his ear out and just rips right off. I mean, that shit was phenomenal. It looked great. He's freaking out, understandably. And he takes off, she's like, this is the point where you run or something like that. And he takes off, and she's like galloping on all fours for like a minute.
Dude. That was like that. When I first saw that, I was like, what the hell? That's what creeped me out.
Yeah, that was wicked. That was really wicked.
Even the kid, can't remember, Brandon. It was Brandon. His name was Brandon, and even Brandon was like, what the hell is that? Like, she's going on all fours after him.
Yep.
Like chimp mode. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts. And he ends up falling down a embankment and out into the road, and he gets run over by a fucking truck and killed. So bye Brandon.
By accident.
And
that's when the little girl starts to kind of get skeeved out by Megan, because she knows that wasn't just an accident.
No, not at all. Yeah, she's fully aware that Megan is up to no good at this point. But the thing is, Megan can read like what your guilt, your fear, your apprehension levels are. You know, it's in her programming. So you really can't get over on her too easily, you know.
No, and she's adaptive, so she keeps as AI does, she keeps learning more and more how to decipher human emotion and like to start acting human. It's actually like, it's a cautionary tale on two fronts.
Very, very. And that's where the aunt is even starting to, like, she's starting to second guess things here too, because she goes to review the footage, and what do you know, all the files are corrupted from that particular time block, and they're stored in a cloud and they're backed up now. And remember, the aunt has what is it? Elsie is her home, like what would it be, like a iHome kind of thing?
iHome or like Alexa type thing.
Alexa, yeah. It controls everything again, which is not a good idea. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I understand modern conveniences. Like, this is the strong men create good times. The good times create weak men, and the weak men create hard times.
Yeah.
That's where we're in the good, well, I can't say we're in the good times, but during the good times, this technology was created, and now it creates weak men is what happens. Because, and by man, I mean mankind overall.
Mankind,
it makes us complacent and lazy, kind of Wall-E-esque, if you will. So, yeah, they have to, the aunt, and I remember when she's arguing with Megan and she tries to shut her down, and Megan's like, I thought we were having a discussion, and it's like, whoa, did you just override a fucking command?
That blew me away. Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
Dude, yeah. The aunt was like, Megan shut down, and Megan was like, well, hold on a second. I thought we were having a conversation. It was like, whoa, what? That that blew me away.
Yeah, it's like, I don't think you're supposed to be disobeying your primary user.
Yeah.
But Megan was like, no, I'm not ready to stop talking yet. And it's like, God. Oh God. Well, she got her with the pen the one time. She's like, Megan, look at this pen, and reaches back behind her neck. And I like when she tried to do it. She's like, nope, grabs her hand. That comes later on. But so we've given, at this point, we have to give the demonstration to the old man. And when they do that, the daughter is like, Megan's like trying to get her to like interact with her, and the little girl's like breaks down, and Megan, like, what is she sings to her, and she has her tell her a memory about her. This was so fucking well done. Like, how Megan just like was like, oh, she's sad. Okay. Why is she sad? And then the reasoning and like you said, the adaptive AI, she's like, I know how I can fix this, and everybody, cause like everybody in the room starts to like tense up when she's crying. They're like looking around like, what kind of demonstration is this? And it hits the big dog. It hits him to where you can tell it's like, oh shit, like he's gonna buy into this, and it works out. So David, the CEO guy, he's the Asian dude. He's happy, obviously, because they're gonna have a pre-order, and this is gonna make them all a shitload of money, and so they're happy about that. But we're having these underlying issues now with Megan. Abby's starting to act out because they have to give the full, during the widespread launch. They're going to do the online launch. They take Megan away from her, and that's a big no-no. But earlier in the movie, the dog had dragged Megan through the fence.
Yeah.
The girl was outside playing with the dog, and the dog bit Megan. So, or the dog bit Abby.
The girl,
It bit the girl, and then it drug Megan. And, well, they got Megan back. She's a bit disheveled. And that is the swan song for the poor puppers. As Megan's like, you hurt my girl, because she's talking about being a guardian and I'll never let anything happen to you. And Megan's like, okay. And then she's researching, like, this is what I'm supposed to do. She's protecting, and the doggo goes bye-bye. And they call the cops on the fucking, and then the dog, the lady's sitting over there bitching at the aunt. The aunt doesn't know anything at this point. She doesn't know that.
Right.
I like what the lady says. She's like, why don't you ask those two girls, the one that's always staring out the window at 3 a.m?
Yes.
I was like, that's creepy. So that I would piss myself. I would. if I saw something like that, it would freak me the fuck out. Like, there's no way. I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna put a doll in one of my windows to freak out the neighbors.
That would fucking scare me if I saw some. You haven't seen my Darth Vader?
No, I don't think so.
Hang on. Let me grab, because he's 4 feet tall.
Okay.
He's Megan sized. And I leave him in the office, and I come back in here, and when I have both green screens down, you know, I come in here and I see these feet that are like the size of a small man behind my curtain, and I'm like, who the fuck? What the fuck? And I look, and it's like, oh, it's just your Darth Vader, dude. Don't freak out. So I got this for $150. Right here. Hang on. Let me take Megan off the screen here. So this is Hollywood Darth Vader. I've got him dressed up like Hollywood Hogan right now.
Oh my God.
But he do I have him turned on? He talks in James Earl Jones's voice too. I'm feeling him up right now. I have to feel for his buttons.
Your destiny lies.
I can't really hear him that much, but
you are beaten. It is useless to resist.
But yeah,
cool.
He's got his. Let's see if I can do it with the shirt on. But hang on, let me peel his shirt back. But yeah, his arms raised and everything. Like,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, 4 foot tall. So, like I'm saying, you see something like this staring out the window. You know, something this like. I'm standing. I have pants on. I'm not Vic Mignogna, but like I said, he's pretty tall. Well, they're shorts, but you know.
He's 4 feet, so he's only like a foot less than, like, shorter than me.
Yeah, he's like a foot shorter than my wife. My wife's 5 foot tall, so it's like he's almost my height.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's Hollywood Vader. But yeah, this is the same side. That would scare the shit out of me. Like, what the like. I want to put him in my den, but I'm like, I don't want the cats or other kids. I don't want my son's friends messing with him.
Yeah. Yeah, wait till they get older.
Yep, he's got a full fabric cape and everything.
Nice.
It's 2 layered. It's pretty fucking cool.
150 for that actually is not bad at all.
No, the guy just got it in, and he hadn't cleaned it yet. It really wasn't even bad. It just needed like a lint roll, and I just took my my little battery operated leaf blower, and I just blew the like little strings and whatever fuzzies were on his skirt after I lint rolled him his skirt and his cape, and just kind of blew. I blew Darth Vader.
Did his lightsaber go off when you did that?
It glowed. It was odd. I was young and needed the money. Anyway, so Megan, so she's freaking the lady out. She's in the window. The old broad is, and then she comes over and bangs on the window. I love that part.
Yeah.
She's like the cops, they're just like up against the windows, like Jesus. But she gets hers though, which she didn't really even deserve it.
No, she really didn't. Because like, if that was my dog, I would be the same way.
Yep. There's no way. I'm gonna look for my dog. I mean, it was fucked up though, because like Megan, like I think they show her like basically waking up and like. Because the lady's outside calling the dog's name, and Megan starts imitating the dog's bark.
Yeah.
And the woman, and this was such like it's for me, it's like the imitation of sound in a horror movie is like fucking Skinwalkers. You know what I mean? It's like that Skinwalker thing, because like they supposedly can mimic voices and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But so she's mimicking the dog's bark, and the lady's like in her garage, I think it is. And what does she do? Does she hit her with the fucking power washer first?
What does she do first? Yes, yeah, she hits her with. She strikes her with something, I believe. Or,
yeah,
or was it the water? Now I can't remember which came first.
My only question is, how many PSIs is that power washer if it blew her off her feet? That looks like the riots in the 60s and the cops with the fire hoses.
Yes, the fire hoses, yeah.
I'm like, is this fucking Bensonhurst? What the fuck? Like,
yeah.
When did this become do the right thing?
Yeah, that was comical.
Did Danny Aiello just kill radio? Like, what? But no, she blows her off her feet with that. And I think she's like she's hitting her and like it's peeling some of the skin off, because then she takes and she sprays her with the fucking chemicals. Like, I was like, oh
yeah. It looked good. It was well done.
Yeah. And she's fucking, I'm thinking at this point, I'm like, okay, now is she gonna go and dispose of the body? And the answer to that question is no. Nope. Just gonna leave her murdered in her fucking garage.
Yeah. Well, there's no fingerprints. Megan doesn't have fingerprints.
Nope. No fingerprints at all. So it's like, yeah, it's not like there's any real tracks. I mean, I wonder what I don't know if they say what she weighs, but she's obviously very light.
Yeah.
Which means like what is she was made of? Was it titanium?
I think so.
Like the framing was like partially titanium.
Yeah. But there's it's mostly some kind of like that silicone, like that second skin type stuff on her. But the frame itself is really not that large.
No. She's, like I said, she's 4 foot tall. So I mean, her, I guess it would be like her, skeletal structure is fairly lightweight, but it's got a very dense, like, strength to weight ratio.
Yeah.
She's durable, you can see that when the dog bites her and stuff like that. It's a very durable, whatever her skin and plastic is, the polymer or whatever it is made of. Which, given she gets thrown around a little bit, like by the dog and stuff like that, and the other kid. So it's like, this is a pretty, like I said, it's a very durable, like even her like operating system, like it never gets like screwed up until like much later. Which with her taking some hits, like with the dog and then the kid, I thought, it might kind of throw something. Nope, didn't throw anything off.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's true. So, yeah, she's pretty durable. Because, like, it wasn't, you're right. It wasn't until that massive fight scene at the end till, like, for her to get torn up. So, yeah, she's very durable. She's like, she's both lightweight and very durable. It's a pretty cool combination.
Yeah. It's kind of fucking, it's kind of scary. Like, what a gap. Etep, next time you see those feet, it's going to be Megan. Hello, Etep, I'm your friend.
Yep.
And there's like weapons in here too, which scares me now.
Because if he don't let him anywhere near AI because they'll use weapons.
I'm going to disable your voice. I don't trust this motherfucker now.
What would be more scary? What would be more scary? A doll like that who can like go around without saying a word, or you know what I mean? Like, because Michael Myers doesn't say anything. Or same with Jason. Really, it's kind of almost scarier that they don't say anything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it is, because there's no communicating with them.
Yeah.
There's no reasoning. Like Megan, you might not be able to talk her out of killing you, but she can be reasoned. She has the ability for logic. The capability is there. It's just now a choice. She's making free will decisions, basically.
Yes.
It is what it amounts to. And again, the cautionary tale of artificial intelligence that's adaptive.
Yes.
So yeah, that's I would say, like, I would be more afraid of one of these fuckers running around, like not saying anything and just having a goddamn lightsaber.
Yeah.
Like, does he have the lightsaber, or is he just walking around barehanded? Because and does he have the Force? Because if he has the Force, I'm fucked.
Yeah, yeah, then it's over.
A lightsaber, I mean, I can still, depending on his, and Vader ain't mobile, so I mean, I can make it to a handgun or a fucking assault rifle. Not that I own any of those things. Before he fucking, gets me with the lightsaber. But if he's got the Force, I mean, this motherfucker's picking me up and I'm done before I even realize what's going on, because I'm going to be like one of those poor fucking Imperials. He's looking through this. He's on the fucking video screen with the one guy. And he's like, I'm sorry, Lord Vader. And Vader's just sitting there going like,
yep.
Just Force chokes him. So I'm like, yeah, if he doesn't have the Force, he doesn't have a lightsaber, I got a chance. But
then
if
he's
got
just
a lightsaber,
if he doesn't have those things, he's just a little guy in a costume.
Yeah, he's just a little guy. I can walk up and be like, "Oh, he's just a little guy." It'd be like he's wait. I'll do this. I'm going to illustrate this point, because he'd be like trying to attack you. He's coming at you, and you're just like, it's just like a Looney Tunes thing. He's swinging his arms. You're just like holding his head, like, what are you gonna do? Oh, look at you, little buddy. Just those things.
Yeah.
There's Megan's gonna do a cartwheel and fucking like cut you, like this. He'd just be like, flailing around. If he doesn't turn into Michael Myers from Rob Zombie things, he'd be like, duh. Like,
I know.
You ain't said a word in 40 fucking years.
Oh my God.
Yeah, look at there. Godzillionaire's got it.
Yes.
This is gonna be my fan film. It's gonna be me versus Vader.
That's great. We have to figure out what those letters in that number means, because on Megan it's oh man, what is it now? Model 3 generation
artificial. We need to look it up. We need to look it up. We have the power of the interwebs at our fingers.
And I knew this before starting this too.
I was gonna watch it again, but I ran out of time today. And I mean, it's something. I actually want to buy this. And
yeah,
speaking of buying movies, I'm gonna shoot. I gotta go to Walmart tomorrow, but I'm gonna take a picture of it. Walmart's got all their horror movie collections out right now.
Yes, I saw it. They have the huge round bins.
Yep. And they've got the end cap displays with all like the box sets. So if you're looking for your horror fix and you're at a Walmart, go to your media section there. Because ours still has they have so many box sets of movies there, but we're getting off topic. So they have to. We haven't even really talked about the aunt's her crew, her co-workers, which they're pretty prevalent throughout the movie. Virtual Asshole Device 3 Retro. Nice. There we go. We've got our movie. But for the live action fight scenes, I'm not going to fuck this guy up. I have to get Trey a little Vader outfit while he's still short enough to beat the shit out of me in it. That's the problem. I've been having lightsaber fights with him since he was like 3 years old, and he could like hold one of those plastic lightsabers.
Mm-hmm.
And you have no idea how many times I have been hit in the nuts with a lightsaber. Like, I swear to Jesus, this is going to sound really, never mind. I'm not even going to, the joke's at my own expense, but I was going to say the lightsabers touch my, never mind.
Instant vasectomy.
Just kill me now. I feel I might as well have gone to the DNC. The lightsabers hit my nuts so many times. Put it that way. What up, J-Man? What up? Dude, I have to find the video. We have a lightsaber duel set to Duel of the Fates. Him and I did. He was like just a tiny little rugrat, like probably 3.5 years old, stumbling around the backyard, and I'm filming with one hand and we're dueling with the other. It was absolutely a blast. He was so little. I'll share it on a stream if I can find it in my in my camera roll. I was
Nice.
just playing D&D, so I dropped in. I have a whole D&D setup, and I haven't ever played. We have a campaign setup and everything. Did everyone like Megan? I did. It was hilarious. I'm not going to hide it. I love this movie.
Yeah, same.
I absolutely did. Like I said, it's one that I'm going to buy. And it's a much better investment than Deer Camp 86, which I did enjoy, but it's not a great movie.
Yeah.
But this was fantastic. So they have to. They're going to shut Megan down. We'll go to this part. They're going to shut her down. Mm-hmm. She's in they have her in like the lab at their headquarters for the toy company, mm-hmm. and which they set that up pretty nice because in the beginning they were showing like different kids playing with toys, and they were kind of like, you know, taking notes, and they're testing like the toys and stuff like that. So like they've set this up pretty well. And mm-hmm. you've got the girl, you have diverse girl and weak beta white guy, which mm-hmm. is that I'm not complaining. I mean, the guy's a typical, like, I'm not saying all male tech employees are like this, not at all. But this guy happened to be one of those kind of like softer, you know what I mean? Like not this guy doesn't have much of a backbone, really. Etep's been hitting the nuts enough times to run for VP. God damn it. Oh shit. So they're trying to shut her off. They've got her like, she's like chained up, like almost crucified.
Yeah. And yeah, that was a weird scene.
Yeah. And they're unplugged. The guy is like unplug her, and he's all like scared to unplug her. And what the fuck does she do? He unplugs all her wires, and does she grab him, or does she, what the fuck did she hit him with? Because she wraps something around his throat. It's like the wire or something.
Yeah. Yeah. And right before that, the aunt had called the black woman, her coworker, the black woman in the lab.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Megan was disguised her voice to be that woman. And so the aunt thought she was talking to that person. And then, and that was all while she was like strung up with those wires. And so she wasn't, they thought she was shut down and stuff. She wasn't shut down. She was totally online. And then that they discovered, like she went over to the desk and saw that her phone, there was like a call duration, and she's like, and that's when that's when like that happens. They discover that Megan has been online, and yeah, that then it goes haywire in the lab.
Yeah, like homeboy, she like whips the gimmick around his neck,
mm-hmm.
fucking hoists him up, and fucking she's choking him out. What does she do to the other chick? She like locks down the laboratory so they can't leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just and what the fuck like what does she do to her to get her to stop? I can't remember. Fuck. But they end up does the other girl, does the aunt come in? No, the chick, the black chick like frees him. She does something, and they get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
No, it blows up. Megan fucking like opens the gas thing, and they smell it, and it blows up, and
yeah.
they make you think those two are dead. Megan leaves.
That's right.
And that's when she goes after David, because he's walking down the hall. This was the first scene I ever saw for this movie, and it was this is wicked. She starts, because like you see her, doesn't she dance with Abby before? You see those two kind of dancing and singing together because Megan sings to her.
Yeah.
And she fucking she starts dancing, and David's like, what the fuck? And she's like doing the thing, like it's like that little like coming down the hallway thing. And he fucking takes off running, and she pulls the goddamn blade off the paper like cutting gimmick. And David, he dies off screen, doesn't he? I think she kills him off screen. And he's going to the elevator. That's what it is. He's going to the elevator, and he gets got right before he gets, because his assistant's trying to close the door, and doesn't he stick his fucking hand through? And
yeah,
old boy falls down because he's all bloody and dead. And then she fucking cuts him, like slices his, like, I think she like cuts his throat or something.
His throat, yeah.
Yeah,
and
cuts his throat.
And she was like, and he was like something about not getting away with it, and like, what did she say? She said something about like something like, would you be able to like kill your coworker and then live with it? And he's like, yep, I would be able to live with that, because he knows like she's coming after him. I thought that was kind of funny how they did that. And then and then she like devises this whole scenario, like, because she's like, everyone's gonna think it was you, and she made up this whole like how he's been in like stealing company, like either secrets or funds or something like that, and then he caught you, so you killed him, and that's when she and then you couldn't live with yourself, so you killed yourself, and that's when she slashed his throat.
Yep.
That was wild.
And it's freaking great, because you have the scene where David catches homeboy on his laptop, and he's copying all the R&D stuff.
Yeah.
And he's sending it to a file, and he slams his laptop shut when David walks over. He goes, "Oh, you weren't on the hub in the office again, were you?" And the guy's just like,
yeah. He looks like he was.
Yep. I'm like, damn, man. Like, if you would have just acted like, oh, shit, I was just sending an email.
I know.
That always trips me out in those situations, because you know that it's like, all you got to do is play it cool. Like, all you got to do is play it cool, and your reaction just fucked up and gave you away.
Yeah.
You know? But so she's killed those two in the elevator, and what the fuck? So the elevator comes down, and the doors open, and all these people in the lobby waiting for this presentation see the dead bodies, and they freak the fuck out. And Megan just walks right out. She just walks right out, and I don't know what kind of, is that supposed to be like a Lambo or like a Ferrari?
It was a really nice car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what kind it was, but it was a nice car. And yeah, she was able to just get in it and drive it. Like she can, I guess, like she can connect to all electronics, like wirelessly.
Yeah. And that, of course, this is just another reason why EVs are bad. But to be fair, like my truck, somebody could hack the satellite from the thing in my truck and shut it down, because it's a 23 and all those things have, computers now. So that can basically be done to any modern vehicle past 2011 to 12, maybe, depending on obviously your, what kind of vehicle it is. But yeah, I'm not saying you could like fully drive it, but you can probably shut the thing down, like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's fucking terrifying.
They had to remember OnStar.
Yep.
Yeah, they got rid of that because of that problem.
Yeah, people hacking into it. I remember one of my bosses, quick side story, he had got a brand new, it was like a 2003 Chevy, like 2500 HD, it was all lifted up, really nice truck. Like he owned an auto shop I worked at, and the first night he got it, he did what he does with every vehicle. He had a big center console that opened up, so he put like he had like a plastic liner, and he put it in there and filled it up with beer and ice. And there was like 4 of us in there, and we went out on the trails, and we're just, booze cruising out in the woods. And he hits the OnStar button, and OnStar, this is, so-and-so, how can I help you? And he's like, where are we? And she's like, what? He's like, where are we? He goes, can you actually pinpoint my location? And yep, sure enough, they could, even back then, you know? And yeah, it was just, she goes, well, do you need any help? He goes, no, I'm just testing this out. It's a brand new truck, you know? So it was just kind of funny because we're all sitting there drinking beer, but
yeah.
Like, yeah, do you need any assistance? We're like, only if we run out of beer, you know? But no, so that shit is, it's freaky, you know, to think that much technology. Your entire vehicle is just run by a computer now. You know,
Yeah.
that's the fucking scare. That's why I like my 85 Delta. There ain't no computer in that. There's a cassette player in that. I'm good with that.
Yes.
I'm good with that. I don't need my car coming. Well, I mean, look at Christine though. Christine came to life, but I mean that was a different story, I guess.
Yeah, that wasn't electronics.
No, that's another great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Except when she like smashes herself down that narrow like little pathway to kill the fat guy. I'm like, are you going to be able to regenerate? The first time I saw it, I'm like, is the car going to regenerate or is it just fucking itself up to kill this fat kid? Like, I mean, if you let nature take its course, he's got another maybe 30 years. I mean, you just got to play the waiting game. You know, looks like nature was doing its job. I'm an asshole. So let's see. Megan is going to the house. Megan's she wants to meet back up with Abby. You know, she's been separated from Abby, and my crew can't go for that. No can do. So Megan is going back to the house, and what the fuck? The aunt is, what the fuck is she doing? She took the daughter, the niece home because she didn't want to do the presentation. Until he died, David was calling her because he's like, where the hell is she? Where's Megan? You know, because they didn't know all the shit that was going on. So Megan gets to the fucking house, and then all hell breaks loose. I like when her and the aunt are at the table and the little girl's in the bedroom and Megan just fucking got there, like slams her on the table. We're fine. You don't want to see me like this.
I know. And how about when she mimicked the aunt's voice? That was nuts.
Yeah. That's another freaky thing, is like she has all that capability. It's just, it's fucking. That shit scares me. It honestly does.
Yeah.
It's like, because I see like, oh, well, we have Google Glasses and we have this and we have that. And we have VR. I'm like, who fucks people slow down? You know, I don't know. I can't remember what movie it is. It's like we were always, you know, worried about what we could do, but we never asked ourselves, should we?
Oh yeah, Jurassic Park, wasn't it?
It was Jurassic Park.
Yeah, you like
yep. Jeff Goldblum. Jeff Goldblum.
Yes. Scientists were so concerned with what they could do, they didn't stop to ask themselves if they should do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so they're having it out, and it the fight in the garage, like, because the aunt is, she can't fucking, you know, she's not, you can't stand there and go toe to toe with the 4-foot tall plastic terror. It's not going to happen. You know. So we forgot about Bruce, the other member of the family.
Yeah, Bruce was cool.
Bruce was fucking cool. He's kind of like the Avatar, you know. It's the he's like the Avatar. So the aunt is getting tossed all the fucking garage. I mean, Megan's face is split open. She's lost her hair. She looks like nightmare fuel when Abby finally sees her.
I love how the aunt took the chainsaw or whatever the hell it was. What the hell was that tool? Like a bush?
It was like a hedge trimmer. Yeah.
Yeah, hedge trimmer. Yeah, took that to Abby and it like tangled around her hair, and then she pulled it, and Abby and Megan's hair came off.
Yep.
That was awesome.
When her face was all fucked up, it looked like Chucky.
Yes, it did very much.
It looked like Chucky. A lot. I think that was an homage. That was intentional. That was a nod and a wink to Chucky, because you can't really have a killer doll movie. You got to put some kind of Easter egg in there for the Chuckster, you know.
You have, especially with new horror, with anything modern, you have to do a throwback to Chucky, because even though Chucky wasn't the first scary doll movie, he he's the one that made it. I mean, other than Annabelle, but that really didn't get big until Conjuring. But you didn't really have scary dolls really until Chucky.
Yeah.
At least not in modern times.
No. Yeah, I mean, the puppet. Well, Chucky was around before the Puppet Master, because that came like.
Was Chucky before Puppet Master?
I think so. If you want to look it up, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I want to say Puppet Master was like 89. The first I reviewed it. I can't fucking remember though. 88 or 89.
Yeah, it was
Puppet Master.
Puppet Master came out October 12th, 1989.
All right. And Chucky was 88. 88 or 88?
Was it 88? Okay, let's see.
I think it was 88 or 87 for the original Child's Play. Because 2 came out, I want to say 89 or 90, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay, so Child's Play came out November 9th, 1988.
Okay. So it was about almost a year before then. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait. The guy who wrote I Am Legend wrote the first children's doll that was alive and killed. Okay. I Am Legend. Oh my God. I Am Legend. Oh, are you talking the Omega Man? That one? What up, Vin?
Hey, Vinny.
What up? So Megan, we got so they're battling in the garage. She's split up. She's got the fucking upper hand on the aunt. She's like trapped under that cabinet. And that's when Abby comes in and she's like, you forgot about the other member of the family. She's got the fucking gloves on, which you need to control Bruce. And Brucey boy fucks Megan up. Like he just eviscerates her. He fucking rip her in half and he throws her across the room. And we get that little everything's okay. Everything's fine.
We like Bruce because Bruce is like, he's not really, he's a robot. He's not really an AI.
Nope.
You control him with gloves, which like that's like old school robots. So we like Bruce.
Yeah. He's and he does his damn thing, crushes the shit out of Megan. He rips her in half, fucking pitches her across the room, and the aunt's, she's free. You know, Abby and her are, kind of, and then all of a sudden, here comes Megan again. The little fucking.
She's in half at this point.
Yeah, she's ripped in half. It's just her torso.
Yeah.
And what did they do to offer here? What was it? What the fuck did?
Oh man!
I'm trying to think how they finally finished her off. I can't fucking remember now.
Yeah, so she climbed up that like fallen over bookshelf and like climbed up the little girl, and then what? Did Bruce grab her?
I think did he? And then oh no, the little girl. She fucking. What did she do? She fucking busted up her processor.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so yes, that's right.
She had to take the fucking.
She took the screwdriver.
Yep.
And because like what I think it was the aunt the one that like ripped her face off.
Yeah.
And then she was still going after the aunt, and then the little girl took the screwdriver and put it right in the middle of Megan's face, which shut her down.
Mm-hmm. Yep, she was at that point. She's done, and that was it.
But then at the very end, we see that little like Alexa type machine, the little iHome thing. Elsie,
yep.
yes, Elsie. And we see the light come on and kind of make a little movement. So is she really gone? Now she's in the system.
Yep. And yeah, because the aunt tried to control Elsie. She's like, Elsie, lights, and the lights didn't come back on, and nothing was, she wasn't responding to the commands.
Yep.
And Megan 2.0 it drops next year.
Yeah, when is it in 2025? Let's
2025.
See. Yeah. Do they have a release? Okay, so was it June 25th, 2025? Is that the tentative date? But June 20. Okay, June 20. Looks like June 27th is a tentative date, but of course, that could change. But yeah, it's good. It's gonna be here soon.
You're going to mess with Draven over the new... Oh, we are going to do a Patreon commentary for the new Crow as soon as I get a hold of it. If you know what I mean. We're going to do a full commentary. Jeff from World Class is Bullshitters is going to join us for that, because this is a funny story. Jeff actually contacted me and wanted to know my thoughts on this, because I told him, I said, we did the original for Patreon and I really enjoyed it. So he knows how I react to certain things. He's like, I want to see your reaction to this movie. I'm like, okay. So as soon as I get a hold of it, we're going to we'll do a commentary for it, and you guys will get to see her. I'll actually, because you'll have one on Patreon, and if you want a review, I will do a public review for you, and you'll get to see me rant about the new Crow, because I already am. I watched the trailer and I'm like, the Crow is not John Wick.
I can't entertain the new movie.
That looks so bad. It looks so bad. It just, God, it looks fucking bad. Thank you, Godzillionaire. Godzillionaire's been a channel member. Let me put that up one more time. 28 months, folks. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. And he sent us Ron Gashman, complete with monkeypox. No. But so Megan is getting a sequel, and I'm all right with that. I'm good with it. Like I said, I'm looking forward to the sequel. This I enjoyed. I'm gonna buy it. It's a fun movie. My son liked it. My wife enjoyed it. This was for me I gotta give this a high water mark, and this might seem weird, but I'm gonna go 4.5 on this one, honestly.
So we doing 1 out of 1 to 5?
Yeah. Yep. We've been doing 1 to 5. You gave In a Violent Nature. You asked me that, and I found it. It was 2. I think it was 2.5. You were around 2.5 on that.
That sounds right.
Yeah, I'll go 4.5 on this one.
I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna say the same.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this. 2 4.5s on this. We're in concurrence here with each other on this one. There's like I said, it was a fun horror movie. Not really scary, but it had a few jump scenes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If
it wasn't for that scene at the elevator, it really wouldn't be horror. It would be more like thriller.
Yeah. It would. Because that was the bloodiest scene in the whole movie. Outside of that, it's a sci-fi thriller.
Yeah.
Not Sci-Fi Channel, but science fiction genre, as it were. But that's this is good. This fit right in. Like you said, all you needed is one scene to make it really horror. And we got that. The music in this was good. The score was good.
Yeah.
Again, very good use of score, tension building. You know, there was a few scenes where Megan sang. What she said she sang, was it Bulletproof by Sia? That's a song she was singing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was that it?
Yeah, it was Sia. I think it was Bulletproof. I think that's the name of this. Or Titanium. Titanium is the name of the song. Or is that David Guetta? I don't fucking know. I know the song was by Sia. I just don't know the name of it. And I need to stop saying Sia. It just sounds weird. It's a weird name. But yeah, Megan was enjoyable. There was, I had, I don't know if you saw it or not, but Crystal Lake is back on the prequel series.
I did
back
see
on.
that.
They got a showrunner. I did a channel member video on that. It was about a week or so ago, I think. And yeah, I'm happy about that. That's I mean, I'm happy but still cautiously optimistic. You know, because it's still,
because you got to be cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
If you go in with rose-colored glasses, you're gonna hit the wall quick.
You're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a bad time. And yeah, I don't want that from this show. There's so many good things that they could do with this. It's like, but I'm looking up I got the article. Where the frick is that at? Hang on. Here it is right here. I want to see I'm going to pull this up so I can catch the showrunner's name. Brad Caleb Kane has writing and production credits on Fringe, Black Sails, Tokyo Vice, and he's billed as executive producer and co-showrunner for Welcome to Derry, which is the upcoming It prequel series.
Yes. I'm looking forward to that.
That's gonna be. I didn't watch the new It. Can't do it.
Really? Oh, are you afraid of clowns?
It's not that. It's just the violence towards the kids in that. Knowing what is in the book, and I don't know. It's like that movie, The Butterfly Effect. I've never watched that all the way through because of the scene with the dad and what he was doing to Amy Smart and Ashton Kutcher's characters. You know, I couldn't make it through it. I couldn't. I quit watching. I've never seen the full movie. I know what happens in the end, and what Ashton Kutcher does to correct the problem, I guess, as it were. But I've never made it through it. And the new It movie, I bought it for the wife, but I've never watched it. Either of them. I watched the Tim Curry one, and I'm all right with that because it was, made for TV and it wasn't as graphic, No,
not at all.
And I love Tim Curry.
Oh yeah. I loved the movies. I thought they were great.
Did you? You were okay. So those were you were all right with those. Hey, speaking of things you're all right with, did you happen to see our latest shipment from Sean Etep? I have things to send you.
Oh, okay.
Our good friend Sean Etep went above and beyond once again, and I'll show you what you're getting. You're getting let me solo myself here. For those of you in HD, I do apologize. I am this ugly. But you're getting the Mythological Cabaret, another adult coloring book. And this is it'll mess my green screen up, but I'll do this. I'll show you some of that. I mean, the pictures in these are fantastic.
Wow. Yep.
I love
great. These.
Yep, you're getting one of those. You are getting a copy of Horror Unmasked, A History of Terror from Nosferatu to Nope. Beautiful hardcover.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And the coup de grace of this order, or this shipment from our good friend Sean, is you are getting Clive Barker's Dark World hardcover.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Thank you, Sean Etep. These are amazing.
Yeah. And Sean wrote me a really nice letter. And Sean, if you're watching this on the playback, my brother, I shot you back a quick email from my phone. I finally have the time tonight. I'm going to sit down and fully respond to you because there's so much more that I wanted to say that I didn't get a chance to because I was on my phone. Yeah. So, bro, thank you so much, my man. Sean has been like he's sent us so much stuff. I don't think you guys realize how much he actually does. It's so freaking amazing. And thank you. That's just grateful. That's, we don't do this. We don't do this, for the freebies. That's just, and Sean, that's just kind of, everybody has and I'm not being weird here, but everybody has a love language. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody has a way that they, show people gratitude, care. Mine is I'm very expressive, through my mastery of the lexicon. I'm a cunning linguist, as it were. See what I did there? But no, I mean, I'm a wordsmith. That is my
You like to talk.
I do. And some people are gift givers, and Sean is a gift giver. And dude, it is so appreciated. Yeah, I can't wait to get into that Clive Barker book. We've got all the other books he sent us. I see Trey and I sit down and do some coloring, and problem is he's like, hey, I like your book, and he's got some pretty rad ones too. I got him like the Stranger Things one, which he absolutely digs.
Cool.
So, but yeah, that was from Sean Etep. Again, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
It is that is just absolutely amazing, Sean. Above and beyond, once again. Yeah, adults with childhood trauma sounds like YouTubers. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But no, so Friday the 13th prequel's back on. We've got a showrunner. Now the only caveat is they're supposed to be shooting right now. Like they're obviously not shooting. Because they're not, I don't know. They haven't given any inclination to or any details or anything on what they're leaning on as far as story. With Brian Fuller, we knew that they were going to redo the first 4 movies in the first 4 seasons of this series, which we were guaranteed. We still are, as far as I know, guaranteed 2 seasons with an option for an additional 2. If they do not complete 2 seasons, then they have to pay a penalty. There's financial at the back end if you don't do 2 seasons. So I'm hoping for 2 bangers, and then we get seasons 3 and 4. I wasn't really all for the idea of them remaking the first 4 movies, but I mean, I don't know. I'm very protective of the Paramount Friday the 13th. Anything outside of that, I don't fucking care. I don't really need it. Jason Goes to Hell, I haven't watched in almost 20 years. What? It came out, no, I'm sorry. It came out in 93. So I watched it maybe, I saw it in the theater. I've seen it maybe twice since then. But it's been at least 15 years since I've watched that movie. I refuse to watch it.
It's awful.
It's fucking terrible. And, Sean Cunningham was the one that wanted him to get the mask gone, which makes no fucking sense. He had Adam Marcus direct it, who is friends with Sean Cunningham's son. They went to college together, film school. And that's why he was handpicked to direct that movie. And I know Fanscene interviewed him. And I don't dislike the Evil Dead, but I don't like the Necronomicon being in Friday the 13th.
Well, that only happened because they were going to do the whole 3-way team up thing.
Yeah. Well, and the same thing with the dagger that was in Evil Dead or whatever. that they used in that in Friday the 13th, Jason Goes to Hell, that wasn't supposed to be in that movie at all. They got in trouble for that shit. They had to apologize for that shit.
What did they do? Did they put the Kandarian dagger in Friday the 13th? Did they really? I missed that. I'm gonna have to see it.
It was the one that his sister stabbed him with in the end. They weren't supposed to use that. The only good thing about that damn movie was Creighton Duke. The black dude, the bounty hunter. What about the Negronomicon? It's the Negro. I got the Negronomicon, baby. Oh God, playing Jason Voorhees, George Floyd. Good thing he doesn't need. Good thing he doesn't need to breathe. Oh my God. So no, I they put together like a concept trailer. Somebody did like a concept trailer of it last year for the Peacock thing. It was dope. It looked great. I was like, man, okay. So if you redo the Pamela story, it's like, all I ask is, please God, do not bring Elias Voorhees into fucking live action. Please. I feel like Palpatine, please don't. Like, that would be the worst fucking thing you could do. That would be the worst thing you could do. You know, I don't. Wait, they're remaking it again with Mark Hamill as the lead gay clown, so Etep can get more childhood trauma of sewers, and doing the Jewish book reading from the Necronomicon. Maybe if I do that, I could be like Negro icon Cody Rhodes. Ha! There's a wrestler. Oh, fuck. Trina, how did you message me that fast? I just mentioned wrestling like 10 seconds ago, and there's an angry wall of text from Trina.
You promised it wasn't going to be wrestling tonight.
I lied. I say no. There was. Trina's like, wait. There was wrestling talk. There was wrestling talk.
Well,
and for those of you, the benefit of the hearing impaired out there, no, never mind. Should I play the Helen Keller clip? Why not?
Has she said how bad it is yet? Has she said how bad Gotham Knights is yet? Say it, Helen. Say it.
Gotham Knights are bad.
What do you know? She is a miracle.
Oh man.
I was in the Miracle Worker. I was in the Miracle Worker. They gave me permission to use that footage. Gotham Knights was so bad I'd have Helen Keller help me. I tapped out after 5 episodes of that show. I was like, I'm done. I'm looking forward to the Friday the 13th thing, though. They're doing a Halloween series, too. I haven't heard as many details out of that. But
I think they need to name it Haddonfield.
Yep. Oh. Womp Stomp is doing another Friday the 13th fan film. It's like the hang on, let me look it up real quick. I saw it on Facebook earlier. It's like the end. They're doing it's like their trilogy, I guess. What is it? Never Hike Alone, the final cut.
Cool.
Yeah. Their fan films were fantastic. They were Never Hike Alone, Never Hike in the Snow, and Never Hike Alone 2 were fucking awesome. Those were so good. Yeah.
Are those on DVD or just are those online only?
I think they got physical releases. I want to say I'm pretty sure they did. If not, I would like them to, because those honestly, those I would rather watch those than Jason X, Freddy vs. Jason, the 2009 Jason Goes to Hell.
Whoa. Freddy versus Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah.
No, that's a masterpiece.
I will fucking die on that hill. I do not like.
Yeah, you will.
I will die on that hill.
Yeah, you will.
Not like. I don't like. Are you threatening me? I do not like that movie because I don't like Paramount having control over Jason Voorhees, and they treated him like shit in that movie.
No, it was so good.
Nah.
Dude, Kane Hodder was amazing in that movie.
Kane was great, but just the way they treated Jason, I don't like it. I love Kane Hodder. I absolutely love the man. He's fucking amazing. He is even though part 6 is my favorite, and that was CJ Graham, Kane Hodder is still my favorite Jason because the dude is a fucking legend. And I got to meet him, and he's like one of like the nicest like actors I've ever met. Like just very fucking cool.
Nice.
Wait. Freddy vs. Jason was fun. Trina's my tag partner. Fucking handicap match. Fucking handicap match. CJ's cool as shit too. I bet. Yeah, CJ, like is he still around? He didn't pass away, did he?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think CJ Graham's still around, isn't he? I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. We have to look. Now we have to look this up.
I'm looking.
Are you okay? You're looking it up. All right. But yeah, we could do a watch for that. We could do a Patreon commentary for CJ's alive. Okay. For Freddy vs. Jason.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I'd be willing to do it because I don't think I have seen that one. That's another one. I haven't watched. That came out in 2003. I was stoked. I went to the theater to see that because as a kid, that's what we talked about. It was who would win, Freddy or Jason or Michael Myers. You know what I mean? That kind of shit. So yeah, that was, and then the way it was executed, I was just like,
oh man. See, I thought it was amazing.
There's some cool visuals in it. The kills are cool. Just overall as a movie, it totally missed with me. Now, I might watch it now and be like, I might have a better appreciation for it. I might not. The 2009 Friday the 13th, I softened my stance on that slightly. Not to where I'm like, I like this movie, but I'm like, okay, there's a few more things I like about it. No, they're not just tits. That was always a given. You know, those are fantastic, but there was more in that than there was like, well, part 6 didn't have any nudity. You had like the softcore PG-13 scene with Court in the RV with that one chick who contractually did not want to show the tatas. So that's why that was the boobless Friday the 13th, which coming off of part 5, which was basically a softcore porn, you know, the fake tits and the start is jarring, but muscle through it, Pete. I can make it through. I can do it. I can do it, Vinny. I have faith in my ability. Oh, Jesus, help me, Rhonda. All right, let's see here. We got to do speaking of the P.O. box, if you want to send us anything, we do have a P.O. box, and it's right here. That was a Wyatt 6 thing. That's wrestling. Gotcha. God damn it. Again with the phone. Quick straw McGraw over here. All right. So next week, what movie are we doing, Trina?
I already forgot.
Me too. That's why I asked you.
Shit. No, really, you forgot too?
I fucking did too. Did anybody in the chat remember what movie we said we were going to do next week? We have to watch a fucking playback. We have to watch a whole episode to figure out what the fuck movie we're going to do next week. Wait. Hang on. Long Legs.
Yeah.
Long Legs. That's where
we gotta get a panel together so that it can be fun.
Yeah, we're gonna we're gonna assemble the Avengers, and we're gonna watch Long Legs. Next week is Kazam. Y'all said you do Killer Condom.
What is that? A trauma movie? It sounds like a trauma movie.
I was gonna say, is Lloyd Kaufman involved in that somewhere? But yeah, we'll do Long Legs next week.
Gary Busey's in it.
How you doing? I'm Gary Busey. If him and his son Jake are in it, that's more piano keys than I can deal with. I'll be here all week. Thank you very much, everybody. And speaking of all week, we got a quick programming note. Switch up the music. Let's go a little Beanie Siegel. There we go. Tomorrow night, your boy, we're gonna do it again. We got 2 more left. Andy Sedaris night is tomorrow, right? Tomorrow is Day of the Warrior. Again, the lovely and talented Julie Strain, Bruce Penhall, Mark Barriere, Buff Bagwell's in this one. Another wrestling reference. Trina's already sent it. Yep, Hone's lighting up. There it is again. All right. She's got these things. She's just kapow. She's got them ready. She's like, I know this asshole's going to reference wrestling. So Andy Sedaris tomorrow night, 8:35, right here for the Lethal Ladies series. Commentary available on Patreon on Thursday. Saturday, having a party at the house, right? I was worried I wasn't going to be able to be on the stream on the channel. I was going to have Tony host it. But the pay-per-view's at noon, like 12:30 Eastern. So we'll be doing the Bash in Berlin watch party. Trina is excited. She's going to watch wrestling with us for the first time. She is so happy to give her time on the weekend to watch wrestling. We're excited, Trina. We're excited to have you.
Imagine if I actually showed up.
I'm going to throw you a link.
You don't have to. I can just get into your StreamYard.
That's right. I forgot. Jesus Christ. You did tonight because I was editing.
Yeah.
I hear, hi, Etep, and I'm like, am I in the studio?
I was watching you for a minute before I said anything.
Oh, God.
No.
No, but thank you, Trina, again for an awesome show tonight.
Thank you. These are always fun. I love these streams.
Absolutely.
And yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in and watching, and anybody catching on the replay, thank you as well. And yeah, Godzillion, I'm thinking about doing that one of these times. But yeah, this was a blast. Thank you, Etep, and looking forward to the next one.
Absolutely. Thank you, Godzillionaire, Bad Take Bojin, Gap After Dark, Vincenzo, Keely Chow, always feeding the ducks in the chat, of course. Keely Chow. Who else was in here? Frankie Knows was here. Sia sang Titanium. David Guetta did a remix with her. Thank you, Frankie. Oh, God. J-Man was here. Yeah, thank you. Slasher dropped in earlier on. Yeah, thank you, everybody. Superfan Adam Shawhan and the Carl you know and love, and everybody lurking in the chat. I dropped a new video today. It's 5 good matches in bad WCW pay-per-views. I got to give a shout-out to my friend Jamie. She did the voiceover work for me in the beginning of the video. So she's not a YouTuber or anything. She's a friend of mine. I'm like, hey, you want to do a little bit of voiceover work for me? So she was good enough to do the voiceover at the beginning. So thank you for that. And yeah, thank you, everybody. You guys are the best chat on the platform. Subscribe to Trina, Real Hara. Subscribe to her. She does toy videos and more. There's more coming from Trina's channel. You guys know that. So thank you, everybody. We appreciate you. We know your time is an irreplaceable commodity, and I think you chose to spend it wisely this evening with us. So thank you for that. And we appreciate you. I'm Etep. Remember, it's always better to burn out than fade away.